I hope you will enjoy the following ranking. Please let me know your favorite in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to never miss a good movie again. Honorable mention. Once Upon a Time in America is a 1984 crime film co-written and directed by Sergio Leone. In 1968, the elderly David Noodles Aronson, Robert De Niro, returns to New York, where he had a career in the criminal underground in the 20s and 30s. Most of his old friends, like longtime partner Max, James Woods, are long gone, yet he feels his past is unresolved. Told in flashbacks, the film follows Noodles from a tough kid in a Jewish slum in New York's Lower East Side, through his rise to bootlegger and then mafia boss, a journey marked by violence, betrayal, and remorse.
They followed through 2 decades that changed the nation.
You ever think of setting yourselves up in business?
Oh my God!
They forged an empire built on greed, violence, and betrayal.
Today they ask us to get rid of Joe. Tomorrow they ask me to get rid of you. Is that okay with you? Because it's not okay with me.
Open it!
You want to go swimming?
Yeah, let's go for a swim.
Number 10. A Bronx Tale is a 1993 crime drama film directed by and starring Robert De Niro. As he grows into a teenager on the streets of the Bronx in the socially turbulent 1960s, Calogero gets taken under the wing of neighborhood mobster Sonny, Ches Palminteri. Sonny initiates the boy into the ways of gangland life, in direct conflict with his straight-arrow bus driver father, Robert De Niro. But when Calogero falls for his African-American classmate, Jane, the repercussions threaten the entire neighborhood.
You can never trust anybody. The sooner you know that, the better.
He was caught in a tug-of-war between his hard-working father.
I tell your son to go to school, to go to...
You don't understand. It's not what you say. It's what he sees. It's the clothes, it's the cars, it's the money. I treat that kid like he's my son. He ain't your son. He's my son.
And the man who owned the neighborhood.
Don't you trust anybody?
No.
It's a horrible way to live.
For me, it's the only way.
Is it better to be loved or feared?
I would rather be feared. Because fear lasts longer than love.
What was I gonna do? Run away? Make people think I got no heart?
I mean, what makes you think you're so special? He'll hurt you like anybody.
Sometimes hurting somebody ain't the answer.
I know who you are, Sonny, and I know what you could do. This time you're wrong. You don't fool the man's family.
So what are you gonna do, fight this?
Stay away from my son!
Donnie Brasco is a 1997 crime drama film directed by Mike Newell. Joseph Pistone, Johnny Depp, is an FBI agent who has infiltrated one of the major New York mafia families and is living under the name Donnie Brasco. He develops a relationship with mob hitman Benjamin Lefty Ruggiero, Al Pacino, in order to get deeper undercover, but ends up developing a real friendship with the mafioso. As their relationship develops, Pistone must decide whether or not to complete his job, knowing that it will lead to the murder of his new friend.
When Lefty brought Donnie into his world,
Who's this guy? This is Donnie, a friend of mine.
he took a risk on a kid he hardly knew.
I'm gonna have to school you, my friend.
School me in what?
Wise guy never carries his money in a wallet, see? Always in a roll. Bina on the outside.
He gave him his trust.
You gotta get rid of that mustache and get yourself a pair of pants. Dress just like me.
He loved him like a son.
Nobody can touch you because I represent you. Keep your nose clean, follow the rules, be a good earner, and maybe one day when they open the books, you become a wise guy. I die with you, Donnie.
But he never knew the truth.
There's a war going on in that mafia family, and that is where Joe is undercover.
Number 8. Casino is a 1995 crime drama film directed by Martin Scorsese. In early 1970s Las Vegas, low-level mobster Sam Ace Rothstein, Robert De Niro, gets tapped by his bosses to head the Tangiers casino. At first, he's a great success in the job, but over the years, problems with his loose cannon enforcer Nicky Santoro, his ex-hustler wife Ginger, her con artist ex-Lester Diamond, and a handful of corrupt politicians put Sam in ever-increasing danger.
Just gotta tell you, it's no joke out here. You gotta keep a low profile. Right off the bat, they don't like guys like us.
Oh, yeah!
You like your money a lot,
Yes,
don't
a lot.
you? Well, how about that? Yeah?
I want to settle down. I want a family.
You got the wrong girl.
You'll be set up for the rest of your life.
You don't know me. do you know, me took 3 months.
They had it all. They ran the show. And it was paradise while it lasted.
Number 7.
When I was your age, they would say we could become cops or criminals. What I'm saying is this. When you're facing a loaded gun, what's the difference?
The Departed is a 2006 crime thriller film directed by Martin Scorsese. South Boston cop Billy Costigan, Leonardo DiCaprio, goes undercover to infiltrate the organization of gangland chief Frank Costello, Jack Nicholson. As Billy gains the mobster's trust, a career criminal named Colin Sullivan, Matt Damon, infiltrates the police department and reports on its activities to his syndicate bosses. When both organizations learn they have a mole in their midst, Billy and Colin must figure out each other's identities to save their own lives.
You have anyone in with Costello presently?
Maybe. Do you know who I am?
Maybe not.
I'm gonna have my associates search you.
That was quick. Think he's dead already?
Get your hands off me.
I think we could work something out.
Number 6. The Untouchables is a 1987 crime drama film directed by Brian De Palma. After building an empire with bootleg alcohol, legendary crime boss Al Capone, Robert De Niro, rules Chicago with an iron fist. Though Prohibition agent Elliot Ness attempts to take Capone down, even his best efforts fail due to widespread corruption within the Windy City's police force. Recruiting an elite group of lawmen who won't be swayed by bribes or fear, including Irish-American cop Jimmy Malone, Ness renews his determination to bring Capone to justice.
Paramount Pictures presents a Brian De Palma film.
I have forsworn myself. I have broken every law I swore to defend. I have become what I beheld, and I am content that I have done right.
You got nothing. And if you were a man, you would have done it now.
Never stop fighting till the fight is done.
Number 5. The Irishman is a 2019 crime drama film directed and produced by Martin Scorsese. In the 1950s, truck driver Frank Sheeran gets involved with Russell Bufalino and his Pennsylvania crime family. As Sheeran climbs the ranks to become a top hit man, he also goes to work for Jimmy Hoffa, a powerful teamster tied to organized crime.
Frank Sheeran. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, you said right.
Under the contract, management can only fire a driver on very specific charges. So, you ever show up late?
No.
Do you have any moving violations?
No.
Do you drink on the job?
No.
You ever hit anybody?
On a job?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
All right, then. We don't have nothing to worry about.
I'm a man.
I want you to meet my cousin, Russell Bufalino.
How are you?
Hi, nice to meet you.
It was like the Army. You followed orders. You did the right thing. You got rewarded.
Number 4. Pulp Fiction is a 1994 crime film written and directed by Quentin Tarantino. Vincent Vega, John Travolta, and Jules Winfield, Samuel L. Jackson, are two professional killers working to collect money for Marcellus Wallace, Ving Rhames, a powerful gangster. Vega is forced to date the boss's girl, fearing crossing a line. Meanwhile, boxer Butch Coolidge, Bruce Willis, gets in trouble for winning a fight he was supposed to lose.
We got into this thing with the best intentions, really. I never...
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration? I didn't mean to do that. Please, continue. You were saying something about best intentions? What's the matter? Oh, you were finished. Oh, well, allow me to retort. What does Marcellus Wallace look like? What?
Number 3. Scarface is a 1983 crime film directed by Brian De Palma. After getting a green card in exchange for assassinating a Cuban government official, Tony Montana, Al Pacino, stakes a claim on the drug trade in Miami. Viciously murdering anyone who stands in his way, Tony eventually becomes the biggest drug lord in the state, controlling nearly all the cocaine that comes through Miami. But increased pressure from the police, wars with Colombian drug cartels, and his own drug-fueled paranoia serve to fuel the flames of his eventual downfall.
Help How dare you talk to me like that? What makes you so much better than me? What do? You do drugs and you kill people. Oh, that's wonderful too. Real contribution to human history.
Go ahead. So tell everybody. Come on.
You want a kid?
Tell the world.
What kind of a father do you think you
God!
Come on. Drive him to school in the mornings? Are you even going to be alive by the time the kid goes to school?
You're dead, motherfucker!
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say that's the bad guy. Hey, fuck you, man! Who put this thing together? Me! That's who! Who do I trust? Me! Say hello to my little friend! You think you can take me? Give me a fucking army you're gonna take me! You hear? Come on! I take you out to fucking hell! I don't even tell!
Number 2, Goodfellas is a 1990 biographical crime film directed by Martin Scorsese. A young man grows up in the mafia and works hard to rise among his peers. He enjoys the life of money and luxury, but doesn't care for the horror it provokes. Unfortunately, drug addiction and a few mistakes finally derail his climb to the top. Based on the book Wise Guy by Nicholas Pileggi.
It's got to be accepted.
Hey, Henry, here's an arm.
Very funny, guys.
Here's a leg.
Here's a wing. What do you like, the leg or the wing?
For us to live any other way was nuts. And we were treated like movie stars with muscle. We had it all just for the asking.
It's gonna be a good summer.
It was a glorious time.
Number 1, The Godfather is a trilogy of crime films directed by Francis Ford Coppola. A mafia family struggles to establish supremacy in the United States after World War II. An assassination attempt leaves boss Vito Corleone incapacitated and forces sons Michael and Sonny to take over the business.
Charles gonna give you what you want.
He says there's no chance.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
You know my father. The men are coming here to kill him.
Now you want to get mixed up in the family business?
I thought you weren't going to become a man like your father.
Freedom, you're my older brother, and I love you. But don't ever take sides with anyone against the family again. Ever.